back to another episode of the Music Cafe. Thank you so much for joining me this evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm just telling the guest for this week backstage at time zones, guys. I have no idea. No idea. Need somebody to explain to me. Still won't understand it. Anyway, welcome. If you are a regular, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you are new to the Music Cafe, we have a couple of rules. Okay. Very, very first simple rule. Pick up your laptop or your phone or your iPad, whatever you're watching this on. Go to the kitchen, get yourself a cup of tea or coffee and maybe a donut. I've got a donut sitting over there. And then sit down and get comfy. And this is all about having a big fat chat. We have a live comment. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching from, you can type in comments. If you got questions for our guests when it comes to new music or things about the industry, or just you want to put a shout out there, you're welcome to do that. Do that all in the live comments, and we'll bring it across. We'll bring it across the screen. And before I bring the guests up, I need to explain a very cool part of the show. So fame.org.za, they endorse the Music Cafe because they are based in South Africa and they are a non-profit organization of lawyers that give their time pro bono to musicians that cannot afford legal advice, and they'll give you advice on contracts or anything that you need. That is what they're there for. So if you would like to get in touch with them, have any questions for them about the industry, whatever it is, contact them. They're amazing. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up our guests. First, I've got someone that I love dearly and that I've gotten to know recently. Was sponsored by the same makeup brand, by the way, Stage 9 South Africa. And she is a wonderful, wonderful person. Her name is Tiffany Tate. Hi, Tiff.
Hi.
How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you. I'm really great. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Second, I've got an amazing person that I met. I can't even think when I met him. It's a couple years ago now. Maybe it's last year. Year before last. I don't know. But he is based in Nashville, Tennessee, and he's the most incredible soul, the most incredible guitar player, the most incredible singer, the most incredible songwriter. His name is Justin Love. Hi, Justin.
What's
Hello,
going on, Alexandra?
how are you?
Nice to meet
It's so
you,
good
Tiffany.
to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
Tiffany, Justin, Tiffany.
Hi.
Last but not least, we've got one of the coolest bands that I know. I love their sound. I love their vibe. Their name is Wolfgang Marrow. Hi, guys. Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Awesome. So we've got the Bernard, the drummer. Bernard, you're the drummer for Wolfgang. And then we've got Loki and Sandy on that side. Loki, Sandy, what are your parts in the band? Guitar player and singer.
Yeah. Well, we both sing, but he plays the guitar.
There we go. So that we've got nearly the whole band. We're missing one member there, aren't we? We're missing one person.
Yeah. So we have Cully, but he's an incredibly busy designer because he's just too damn good.
That's always a good thing. Yes, very, very good thing. Well, it is awesome to have you guys here this evening and afternoon for Justin. I do adore all your music. I love all your personalities and your souls. So I just can't wait for this chat. And the theme for today's show is new music, new releases. And some of y'all did this in the middle of COVID-19. I mean, like, Justin, when did you release I Wanna? Did you release it? Was it a month ago?
July 16th, yes.
Wow, you were smack bang in the middle of COVID.
Yes, I was, and still am, dadgum.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're very brave. And of course, Tiff is releasing her single in the next month, and Wolfgang a new single next weekend. So I mean, there's just it's nuts out there. I'm sure that it's a different way of thinking. You got to approach things differently, all the above. But we're going to get into all of that before we hop into the tragedy and the toughness and the realness of releasing music as well, and then the complete excitement and happiness of releasing new music. Let's first talk about who you guys are. So let's go around the room. Tiff, will you start off with just giving everyone a hashtag Tinder bio version of who you are?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm a pop singer from South Africa. I sing Afrikaans. I wrote my own songs and I don't really talk that much. So yeah, that's me. I prefer singing. So
there we go. Sums it up completely. That's awesome. So how long have you been in the industry for?
So I studied acting and music. I finished in 2015. So since then, so probably like 5 years now. Yeah,
It's
but
great.
not
That's
full time.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was more like part time. So
Yeah.
but I'm enjoying it.
And now it's become a bit more full time. And then also, it was just before COVID. You were filming something very exciting, and then it was released. The show, the competition. It was really. Is
Yes.
it coming out? Is it coming out now? What's the vibe?
Yes, it's on TV currently, but I'm not part of it anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was such a cool learning experience. I loved it. I learned so much. I think it's like a great platform for young artists, and the host is also, he's amazing. So I learned a lot. Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that's very, very cool. Well, I mean, it'll also be cool to chat about just your experience working on that sort of show. And we've had a lot of people on the show talking about they've been on The Voice, they've been on Idols, they've done all the different little things and just the contracts and some, just how their experience of it. So it'll be interesting to chat to you about that. I'm gonna hop to Justin, who is all the way in Nashville. Justin, will you please give everyone a hashtag Tinder bio version of who you are?
Hashtag Tinder bio. So I'm Justin.
Hashtag.
If you want to see my ID and realize that is my real name, I promise you I will. I'll just make sure
It's his real name.
Nice.
numbers out
It's
so
so
you can
great.
get my information. But I've been in Nashville 7 years. I'm originally from Waco, Texas, and I love meeting people, making music, and making impacts. So I mean, really, that's what I do, and that's who I am, and that's what I love. So
Oh man.
yeah. I haven't been
So
featured
cool.
on any films yet, though I did actually just did a part of a music video for Danny Jack, but I apparently was the guy. It was a montage of dropping her off at the house, and I was the guy who had to act like I didn't have no game. With a name
Is
like
that-
mine, pretty
Is
hilarious.
that in her new music video? With
Yeah.
all the pink.
Fun
Oh,
to
I'm
be
very
here.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. So just so everyone knows, so Danny Jack is also a beautiful songwriter. She is that's how we met, Justin. Is that how we
Yes.
met? We
Song
met through
that's
her. Yeah. And so I've also written with her. I haven't written we meant to write together, Justin, but I don't think it all panned out. Time, whatever, something happened. I don't know. But I mean I've written with Danny and I'm so excited for her new single as well. It's all pink and it's all lovely, and so I'll look out for your cameo.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you're here, and I can't wait to chat about I Wanna. It was released a couple months ago, so and also I know you're looking at releasing something new in the next month or so. Am I right?
Yeah, mid
That's
to
very
end
exciting.
October. Mm-hmm.
Woo! That's very exciting. Again, middle of Corona. Well done. I mean, it's just something else. It's just something else. So that's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna then hop to the two blocks at the bottom. Wolfgang. So I don't know if we should do this individually, because I think we should, if we can talk about Sandy, if you could start, then Loki, then Bernard. Just I know you two, not you two, Loki and Sandy started Wolfgang Marrow. And can you just speak about where the band started, your individual careers, and then Bernard, when they're done, where you joined Wolfgang.
Okay, it's a long story, but I'll do it short.
Cool.
So, okay, well, I'm a art lecturer, and he's a geologist.
Wow.
Tiki, would you want to quickly tell them what you are?
No. I studied industrial psychology, so yeah, industrial psychologist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of strenuous day jobs, but we do them so we can fund our dreams, which I love to tell my students the whole time. Like, I'd really rather not be here, and we could help with rent and leave me alone. I just want to be famous. But
I love that.
yeah, Loki and I started Wolfgang just as like an acoustic duo sort of thing. I was into folk and country, and Loki was a punk rocker. So, I mean, obviously we got into the blues.
Duh.
Yeah, and I kind of just started as trying to like date him, and then that's just continued for 10 years. So Tiki then joined us. Yeah, Tiki joined us. It was in 2015, but sorry, we called back.
Yeah, I
not
think
Tiki.
it was.
Oh. I'm like,
Yeah.
who? Hello?
Yeah, so it's actually very Afrikaans. So I think Tiffany's first language is probably also Afrikaans, which is the language here in South Africa. But anyway, so yeah, I joined in 2015. So they basically recorded. They went into the studio and like recorded a couple of just the first parts, I guess, or whatever. What do you call it?
Guides.
Guide tracks or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And I knew the guy in the studio, and he sent it to me. And I just came in. I just laid down some drum parts. I never even met Loki and Sandy before that, and they listened to it and they liked it. And the next time I was in the studio to track the next 5 songs, Loki basically offered me to come up to work with them that December. In that, I think it was in 2015. So yeah, and then I just stayed. We moved in between from Bloemfontein to Johannesburg, and I'm actually in Pretoria. So yeah, that's basically the story.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So the band's been together for I think about 10 years, like you said, Sandy, about 10 years or so. So you guys are pretty well established in South Africa. I mean, you've played all the big festies like Oppie and all that. So I mean, all the big festivals, which is amazing. And I can't wait for I got a snippet of the new single. It's coming out in next weekend, and it is so cool. It is so cool. Oh my gosh. So I'm really, really excited for that. I really am. And I know, Tiff, that you were working on a music video for Sofa Leaf. You were doing it before lockdown, weren't you? I think you mentioned that to me.
So what happened was, we shot the video beginning of the year. So it's kind of like the song is about a flashback, and we shot the whole, because the song is about an actual day that actually happened, and then we recreated the whole day, and then we shot it, and then lockdown happened, and then I never got to shoot the performance shots, and I think everyone was just like demotivated. I was like, and then luckily my husband is a cinematographer, so about 3 weeks ago we shot it. We like art directed our whole house, and we did the whole performance shots. And yeah, so now it's in post-production, busy being edited, and I'm looking forward to see it. So yeah.
That's very cool. So will it be released the same time as a single, or just before, just after?
Yes, I prefer releasing my songs with a music video. So yeah, the same time.
Yeah. That's very exciting. I can't wait to see it. And I saw some of the shots. It looks beautiful. So like your profile picture, I think, is a picture from that. Oh, you posted something.
Yeah.
So it looks stunning. But I'm gonna start with not an age, but I'm gonna start with the oldest song that's been released in the circle. So Justin, you released your song in July, and I mean, I know you co-wrote it with a Troy. What was his surname?
Castellano.
There we go, Castellano. So, when did you guys write the song? What was the process? What was the thoughts behind the song? Tell me all about that.
Oh man! So there was this girl I was madly in like with for a hot second. I don't like to throw the L word around too casually unless it's my name. So. Needless to say, so I had this idea hit me one day while I was driving. And fascinating enough, I've gotten a lot of my hooks from driving during the day. I'm in water testing for the environment. So I drive a lot and I get to listen to music. And I go, okay, what can I say that hasn't been said? Or if it's been said, how can I use a melody to make it better? Then I think of these things, and melody is what I'm strong on. And when I brought the hook to Troy, we had just finished doing a video for his project 52, where he was trying to do 52 videos in the 52 weeks out of a year that he's written with people. And we had just gotten through wrapping that up. And I said, Troy, I just like to throw something at you. And I literally only had like a few lines of this whole song, literally. And whenever I threw it at him, he was like, we're not leaving. We'll sit here and bash this out. And he's one of my favorite guys to write with. He picks up what I'm putting down, what I'm trying to say. And like I put in one of my videos that I did, I was opening up for Kathy Lee. He was sitting there and I said, someone that makes you say it better than you do because they're smarter. which he is. He's smarter than me. I mean, when it comes to lyrics, I only get so far, but you give me a melody and a guitar, I can do pretty dang good. But the song was inspired. This girl, it's almost like you ever seen the movies, like I say, the Hannah Montana, the very first movie Hannah Montana did. Miley Cyrus, she turns around in the slow motion with her hair in the wind. But I had a girl do that to me, but she smiled at me like, oh. Well, she smiled. It's like the very first thing that popped in my head, which is what this song was inspired off of, was I want to tell you that you're beautiful in more ways than the obvious. And fascinating enough, I mean, we're great friends and whatnot. It's where we're at right now. But bottom line, I could not hold that back. And I said, I need to get to Troy ASAP. And it was our second time riding together. And again, I mean, it was just in the moment. It just was so quick and so fast. It's just so energetic on both of us. We were bouncing back and forth like a bouncing ball on words of a screen on a karaoke for kids. So we were doing that fast, nonstop 90. And I'm so thankful that we was able to release it when we did, and that we got, you know, we are in the current situation putting it on some playlists on Spotify, and then we're also doing like trying to get some radio on it as well. So yeah, that's where it started. That's where it came from. And then I played it for the girl that I liked. And it was written September of last year. And I played it and I said, okay, if I get this reaction, I'm going to tell her how I feel. She gave me that reaction and then some. So like what happened is I played it in a round right next to her and she goes, oh my gosh, that's my new favorite song. I'm like, we all have a little girl that wants to scream every so often inside of us. So that's what that's anyway. So needless to say, we were walking outside and I said, you really like that song? She goes, oh, I love it. I said, well, you inspired every single one of those things that I want. You know, I said, I can't help it. I said, we've been friends for a hot second and a half. And honestly, I think you're amazing. And I'd love just the opportunity to get to know you and take you out on a date. And I got shot down, but you know what? It's okay. I walked her to her car and I said, when you're ready for a man like me, let me know. Shut the fuck away. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. That story, like, look at the reaction around the room. I'm just like, I've melted into a little puddle on the floor. If a guy did that for me, I'd be like, where's the ring? Where's the ring? No, Justin, that is so sweet. And knowing you just wear your heart on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve and you say it like it is. So just amazing. Oh, we've got a comment from Fame for you. Mr. Love, you have to show us all what that poster behind you says. The curiosity is killing us here.
Okay, yeah. So I've got this one right here says Justin Love's #1 fan. All right. Oh. And I had 2 friends of mine from Texas make these for me, which now they might fall, but whatever. Then this other one over here, if I can get it to not fall, says, what's keeping Justin Love up at night? And I have a song called Keeping You Up at Night, and that's why my friend did that for me. So, yeah.
Oh, man. I remember you played that because we bonded over an evening at, I think it was Danny Jack was at a bunch of friends at her house. And we were supposed to do a writer's round, Lucky Palooza, that day. And I think there was like threats of a hurricane or a tornado coming. Like it was crazy. So we thought we'd just go into a house and we'd just go and sit around literally a coffee table eating ice cream. And we played a bunch of songs. And I know you played Keeping You Up at Night. So I know you played that song because I remember you telling the story. So that is so cool. Very cool. Well, I mean, now, you know, Fame is applauding. So that's great. Thank you for sharing us. That is awesome.
So, yeah.
That is so awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing the story and just, you know, wearing your heart on your sleeve. And if there were more people out there like you, we'd all be a lot more happier. Just saying. More people like you. We need more people like Justin.
Competition with myself, so then I might end up becoming part crazy if I saw someone doing the same exact thing and saying the exact same things to girls that I do just to be nice. So, like, I don't know who you are, but you're very pretty. And I just keep walking. And if I saw them, I'm jealous of you. Oh, wait, that's you. Oh, it's me. I just
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. No, that's awesome. And I love the single. I've bought it. It's a great song. It's in my playlist. It's on my Drive playlist. So it really is such a great song. I really do love it. Well, then I think
not your I'm not your typical girl. So fun fact, yeah. I like that.
Thank you. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. I wrote about you, Justin. I wrote about you. No, I'm kidding. No.
It's amazing when people write about love.
Yeah, it's true.
Whether it's the hassle of it or the heartbreak of it, you're writing about me. I love it.
Writing about you. That's so true. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I think let's hop to the next most recent song coming out. So Wolfgang, Marrow, you guys are releasing your next single next weekend, Extreme Sports. Woo! And it is a killer track. It is killer, everybody. It is killer. So listen, Sandy, Loki. Well, I don't know who writes your music. And when you're writing the single, I think you wrote it before lockdown. You mentioned, and it just sort of has become pertinent in a way, which is really cool about music. That it just sort of evolves with the times by itself. It's so weird. So who wrote it? What's the story behind it?
So I write all the lyrics for our songs. And Loki writes the melodies, and Tiki helps Loki do that by telling him, you can't do that. You got to do better, man.
I would say,
And yeah, so the song was basically inspired by this incredibly strange time we find ourselves, where we use like ideology and political persuasion as the new form of religion, and how aggressive it's become, and it's, in my mind, a form of extreme sports. So
wow,
we're sort of poking fun at how serious people can take things, and how it's like, because war is essentially like, sports is a metaphor for war. That's why we like sports so much, because it's a way of us like peacefully, my country is going to beat your country up, but just with the ball, And so
that's so funny.
Yeah, we're just throwing like the society back into its own face, but also like acknowledging that we're also part of the problem. We're not above it. We're also stupid,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. It's not making you better than anyone. It's saying that there is this universal problem. This is it. So now how do we universally, collectively, fix this or whatever it is? That's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's a very tongue-in-cheek song. We don't normally write such silly songs, but I think it's very like cathartic for us to just like, remember why we like to do the things we do, and just like get a little bit scary on stage.
Yeah. You know what it reminded me of, and I couldn't like put my finger on in the beginning, but I think it was Desmond and the Tutu's Boogeyman. Who the boogie from the Boogeyman, dear. That song. It wasn't not at all that I would like say. It just was. It had a thing like that really cool vibe about it, and that's why I think that's why I was drawn to. Was like it's really cool, and it is a bit scary and quirky and interesting. So I love it. I do dig it. It's such a great song.
Thanks, man. Like we spent last weekend filming it on cell phones, the music video.
Ooh,
it's going to be awful. It's going to be the worst video you've ever seen, because I'm literally like YouTubing how to edit while I'm doing this. And like screaming at my old students, like, you used to ask me questions all the time. Now the favors are coming back to haunt you. Please, how do I put text on this?
That is so funny. So I mean, during lockdown, you're essentially learning a brand new skill, which is very exciting. So I'm just gonna we've lost signal with Bernard. So I mean, you're learning a new skill, which is amazing. That during lockdown, I think I understand that we're all grieving something during COVID-19. We've all lost something, whether it be jobs, income, career, dreams, travel, future, all those things. We've all lost something during this time. But I think to make it, I think we have to feel productive in order to sort of work our way through this, like achieving something. And I guess music is a bit of a healing space, because having a full song in front of you is like why you've achieved. On top of that, you're learning how to edit videos and add things to videos. I mean, that must be fun.
I mean, I think you guys can all agree, like, you don't make music because it's it's like something to fill your time up with. I think it's the way as a creative person to try and make sense of things.
Yeah.
You know, we are also just trying to figure it out. I mean, we're not going to give you any answers, but we can at least make at least one person feel like, oh my goodness, someone else feels just as terrible as I do. Maybe I'll stick around.
That is just it. I actually had a guest on last week. His name is Bruce Dennell, and he writes just a very wordy, poetic sort of songs. And I've co-written with him a few times. I love working with him, but he's nothing huge. He has a few songs on radio, but nothing huge. He's very cool. Take the back seat when it comes to limelight. He's got a family and all that. But he said last week that he's had 2 separate occasions, 2 different people come to him and say, your music has saved my life. I was contemplating committing suicide, and your music, I listened to your music. And I think what you've just said now, we can't always give the answers, but we can say that I'm here for you as well. I feel this too. So we're in this together, essentially, which is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, especially now. So I think what you've just said is amen to that. Definitely amen to that. But I'm really excited for this new single. I'm really excited for this video. I think it's going to be incredible when it comes to the production side of things, because it's very quirky, very interesting, very energetic. Who produced it for you? Did you guys go into studio as a band? What was the vibe?
Loki?
Yeah, we went to a new studio. It's the first time we went to go record there. The place is called Audio Militia. And they kind of specialize in more commercial stuff, to be honest. They do like a lot of adverts and soundscape for movies and documentaries.
Sports. They do sports.
They do sports, yeah. But one of our good friends actually is one of the engineers there. And yeah, we were very impressed by a band called the Hellcats that got a Song nomination, and they recorded their album there.
Very cool.
Really, really dig the production on that record, and yeah, I wanted to borrow a little bit of that.
That is very cool. Take a bit of that magic. That's awesome. Well, I mean, like I said, it's really funky, and I really can't wait for the video and everything. No, that's fantastic. And where can people download it when it comes out? Is it going to be mainly on iTunes or Spotify? What's the vibe? Where can you download it next weekend?
Yeah, so like Tiffany said earlier, we're gonna wait till the video is finished and then release it with a video, and then it'll be on all the platforms, Spotify, Deezer, Apple. But yeah, go check out the video on probably YouTube.
Yeah,
I assume. Yeah.
I cannot stress enough how low you should set your expectations for that one, because then you can only be surprised.
Oh, Sandy, you're like my new favorite person right now. I flipping love you. I think the thing is, I think if we can get that out there, that during this time, musos, we are creatives and we need to create, we need to be innovative and all the above, and to have learned a new skill and to have said, I want to do this, and you've followed through, which is amazing. So, wear that on as a big sign of like above your head. Like that is like totally cool. And I'll be sharing it all around on my pages as well. So very, very excited for you guys. Amazing. Well, let's go to the youngest song now. The song that's only going to be released in a month's time. So, Tiffany, when it comes to your new song, Surf-a-Leaf, I know you write often by yourself. So, what was the inspo behind the song and the production, all the above?
So, like I said, the inspiration was actually about a real day that happened, I think it was like the first song that I chose to release now during this time, because, when you're in lockdown, you're kind of thinking back on, better days. And the song was, it was a friend's birthday, and he invited us all to go on this Red City bus tour. But I stay in Johannesburg, and I remember thinking like, why would you want to do this in Johannesburg? Like there's nothing to see. Like I don't get it. And then we went. We woke up like super early, and I'm not a morning person, so we woke up super early, and it turned out to be probably like one of the best days that I can remember. Wow. And my now husband was my boyfriend back then, and I just remember being so in love, and you had so much fun, and so I wrote the song about that. But I usually write songs with just the piano and the lyrics. And then I go to a producer. And last year he was actually in Cape Town. And I only had lyrics for this song. And I remember him phoning me probably about 3 days before. And he was like, listen, I'm coming to Joburg for 1 day. Do you have a song that you want to work on? And I'm like, yes, let's find one. And then, we spent the whole day in studio and he helped me just like make the song better. And we did the recording of the vocals. And then we produced the song and now it's done. So I can finally release it like a year later. So I'm excited.
Yay! That is so exciting. And I think it's so cool when you come across a producer. I don't know about you guys around the room as well, but to find a producer who gets you and who brings the song to life and just adds that sparkle and that little bit of magic. And I think when you find that relationship, it's almost a rare thing, and it's like those special people that are gold. You just hold on to that bit of gold, you know. I mean, do you have a lot of those sort of people in your life, Tiff, when it comes to like a team around you, people that you trust? When I say team, I mean people that support you, or a foundation or whatever. Do you have those gold nuggets around you?
Yes, definitely. I think in terms of producers, I have two specific ones that I prefer or that I like working with. Like you said, they add that sparkle, and I have tried working with not a lot of other producers, but a few, and I'm very particular with what I like, and I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, no, take that out or do this, because I know what I want in my head, so I have to communicate that. And if someone hates me, then it's like, oh, I didn't even have to tell you, like you just knew, But also I have a close family, so they're very supportive, and then obviously my husband. So I have a few people. Yeah.
That is so great. That is so great. Well, I can't wait. I really can't wait for this new single, and I can't wait for the video. And it's all very, very exciting. So what date are you thinking in the next month? Where are we? Are we in September? So October-ish.
Yes. So probably middle October. Yes. I'm working with a marketing company. So they'll probably like choose a specific date for me and help me with that. So, but October.
Awesome. Okay, great. So everyone watching, again, go and keep an eye out on Tiffany Tate's pages. And when you see a song being released, pre-save it, because it's going to be amazing and the video is going to be awesome. That's so exciting. I can't wait. Well, I mean, speaking of team, and this is a word that sort of floats around, and those nuggets of people. Justin, you've spoken about working with Troy, who's a great writer, and you love working with these sort of people. But having released a song right in the beginning of #COVID-19 and lockdown, all that, what was it like doing that? And who were the people around you that you sort of pulled together to actually do that, to actually release the song,
Well, it had already been what was sad is I had planned to have an EP before this COVID chaos. I like to call it the coronavirus chaos crap. But bottom line, I mean, I'm the type of person that I'm not going to wait. Once you've already released in this industry, once you released one song, you have to keep going, because the ball's already started, and the ball's only going to stop if you stop. And then that's when you become stagnant and nobody pays attention to you. People are always so quick to want to find something new to listen to, just like they're trying to find something new on Netflix to watch.
Sure.
So I talked to a few people, and I was talking to my producer who writes a lot with Kid Rock and stuff. But he was one that told me, he said, man, you tell me what song you think you want to release. I said, it ain't a think. I said, once you hear it, you're gonna want to do it as well. And so he listened to it, and what was amazing about my producer is he took time not to just help me with a little bit of my melody issues, but more the track itself. And when you have a track in itself that people want to put on repeat and they say, oh my gosh, that guitar line was amazing. Oh, those oohs and ahs were amazing. That's things that elevate what you were already doing melodically on your own. And he took time to make this track elevate just as much as the lyrics of the song and the melody. I mean, so as far as my people around me, I didn't really have that many people, but I have a lot of people that's been waiting. And that's the reason why, when you got people that are like, when are you coming out with something? That means you better get on it.
So true, so true. And what's it been like to be in Nashville during this time? Bars are like Douglas Corner is closed. It's gone. Which is very sad. It was one of my favorite bars to play at. And then obviously Bell Court is still going. There's certain places that are still going, but what is it like to get out and like promote your music now in a town that's based on audience?
Yeah, so their Belcourt is still going, but actually, if anybody's paid attention, you'll see this big old shower curtain.
Yeah, right in front. Yeah,
It's like it makes you kind of put in perspective, or it makes you question. Oh, this is how it feels like to be on the other side of the shower curtain with clothes on, right? So, and with other people. So it's pretty fascinating. But I'm actually playing there tonight for the national tour stop.
Yes, say hi to Aaron for me.
Yeah, it hasn't really been strange for me because even in the midst of all this chaos, I have been finding ways to stay positive, stay focused on what my passion is. You know, I believe any place that you perform, whether it be on the internet, in front of people on Facebook, you're taking a stage and you have two opportunities. You have two options. You have the opportunity and the option to impress, or the opportunity and the option to impact. Impressions are great, don't get me wrong, but they're temporary. Impacts are eternal. And so that's my mindset through all this chaos, is like, how can I still find my way to impact people and keep going through all this negative mess? You know, because there was a moment in a part of this time, I started to lose my smile, and I had someone say, don't you dare let this affect you, because you're one of the few that have a light that just everybody's looking at and trying to focus on through all this. So even the encourager needs to be encouraged. And I'm an advice giver, and y'all were talking about that a while ago. I mean, I look at my life like a SpongeBob episode, like a SpongeBob season. You know, I couldn't watch it as a kid, but you think about it. Somewhere in the episodes and the seasons, Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, all the characters ask SpongeBob, what should I do?
Oh.
Does he ever have... He doesn't always have the right answer, but he sometimes does. That's who I am.
Oh my gosh.
My music or my advice giving through just conversation. So, you know, it's great being that go-to, but even myself, I have to have a moment to get away and recollect myself and regain my energy to recycle everybody else's that they give to me, give it back to them.
Yeah.
My music and my message.
That is just, I mean, like, it's just, you're infectious. You're so infectious. It's ridiculous. I
know. I'm so infectious. Everybody's looking for love, and I'm right here in front of the screen. So why?
Oh my goodness. No, but you know what? You are so right. When it comes to, impressions are great, and it's great to impress people. You always, it's nice to impress people, but to impact people, it's a totally different thing. And one of the first lessons that I learned, and I must have been like 7 or 8 years old. It was one of my first teachers, my drama teacher. And she printed me this poster that I literally stuck on my bathroom door, so I had to look at it every time into the bathroom. And it said that you're not a performer until you make your audience feel something. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's not about just rocking up. And oftentimes, especially here, everywhere, whenever you go gigging, you are often the radio in the background. You play your 3 times 45-minute sets or your 3-hour sets, whatever it is, and you're the radio. And you just do your job. But then you have to look out for those moments where you can impact someone, where a song is just suddenly going to touch someone, and you got to speak to that person. And so you got to hold on to those moments as well, because when you're speaking about that energy that you need, those moments feed you that energy, and they give you that life back again. So it's so true. It is so true.
And I think the reason, like, again, whenever I first started I came from Christian music. So when I started doing country music, I was like, God, am I doing something wrong? Because I wasn't really seeing much reaping what I had sown, no impact. And then I had someone pull me over to the side and introduce me to this random person that just happened to get off a plane and visit Nashville. And she goes, if anybody's the definition of outstanding talent, but even more of a selfless person and a supporter, it's him. And it was like God saying, I'm watching you.
Wow.
You're not about drinking and cheating and other women. People can do that. That's fine. It's just not who I'm branded to be. And even after church today, I had someone randomly give me a wad of money and said, we want to help you and we appreciate everything you do online. We don't get to see your shows in person, but everything you're doing online, we're paying attention, and we just know that you're a joy to the world and you're a joy to us. And I was like, I'm going to cry. And
Wow.
it's then you realize you're not impressing, you're impacting. And everybody has their way that they do things, and God's given me my way, and it's through my message, through my hassles and heartbreaks.
Wow, that is so incredible. And to hear that you said during this time you're doing the live, you do Facebook lives and whatever else you're doing, and people are there paying attention, they're watching. I think sometimes we feel alone because we're just waiting for the double taps on the screen, see all the hearts, and mom's there double tapping, thanks mom.
More than just for family, that's right, yeah.
So it's nice to see that there are people out there who are watching, who are aware, and who are impacted by music. Sandy and Wolfgang in general, when it comes to this whole new space of COVID-19 and releasing the new single now as well, how have you guys felt the sort of the South African territory, the space, the season? What's it been like promoting the single, and how are people responding? What's it been like for you guys?
Tiki?
I think it's quite interesting, to be honest. We haven't done a lot of shows. We've done a couple of online shows, and also like in studios, shooting live shows to be broadcasted later and stuff. But in general, we've written a lot, and we've used technology. We have an app called
It's amazing.
And Loki just drops me files, and I have an electronic kit, I just program, in the drum parts, and that also, I think, gave us a completely different perspective on our songwriting process, and it's a little bit different, from being in a band room, just sitting there and coming up with ideas, there, but it's also, something to sit alone, actually objectively listening to the song and like programming in drums or recording, guitars or whatever. So we've actually been really productive in that way. So we've written quite a couple of songs, which is awesome. And we went into studio. But it's obviously, the industry has been impacted in a massive way. Like so many gigs got cancelled. There was possibly also a Europe thing, on the table, potentially for October. And that's, we stopped communicating or arranging that. So there was a lot of stuff, in the pipeline.
Wow.
Even just our day jobs, everything has been impacted massively. But we've tried to stay, as productive as possible. We practice a lot. We actually played our first show in front of like 50 people the other day at our Vietnam, which was awesome.
It doesn't feel great.
It was a marijuana restaurant, so
of all things.
Enjoy.
Get high, everybody.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely hilarious. So what was it like playing in front of people for like the first time in 6-7 months? What was it like?
It was insane. Like I literally didn't know what to do with myself. At one point I was just standing there holding 2 oranges in my hands.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I think
like it's like riding a bike. It's like, before the first song, you have a bit of jitters, and it's like, whoa, I forgot how loud it gets on a stage because you stay in bedroom levels, But like after 30 seconds, it's like you just fall into routine mode almost.
Yeah.
I felt like it just kind of, felt.
Well, it was also wonderful because like we as a band, we don't exactly have like the most social media presence, but I always like to say we don't really have fans, we have friends, and then people that just haven't had beers with us yet, so going to play a show, we are guaranteed to see at least like 20 of our very good friends. So that makes
so
it so
great.
so much better, you know, and also getting to see the other musicians. I mean, you guys can probably relate. I mean, missing the music scene's also been missing your fellow musician friends as well, like every weekend, seeing those like normal crowds, and they're the only other people that understand what you're going through, and you don't get to see them anymore. And it's kind of like not seeing your best friends, your family, or your coworkers in the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so true. I played my first gig. Oh no, I've played a few, like maybe 2 or 3 since. My first gig in 6 months was at Railways Cafe.
I love it.
Nice. We love that place.
You know where it is, Railways Cafe, which is like Pretoria Centurion vibes, right? Irene, that's it. There we go. So I played at Railways, and I mean, TJ, he said, you know, we literally can't pay much. This is what we can pay. And I was like, I don't care. I'll play for a pizza. I don't care. But when you speak about riding a bike, like, yeah, it felt completely natural to be up there. I was so surprised. Like, I was able to tell my jokes. People were laughing. I was like, wow, there's a laugh, not like a double tap, you know, or a laughing emoji. But I realized at the end of it, I hadn't even said my name. I had totally forgotten to say who I was. I just got up there, was like, hey y'all, welcome, let's play some music. And that was it. I did not say my name. I was like, I was like nothing. It was like,
a true Southern. You said y'all?
Really? Yeah, I say y'all. It's in my vocab. I say y'all all the time. It is like my word now, okay?
That's the in Afrikaans, julle, which is in Afrikaans for like you guys, and y'all is actually not very far apart. So
that's right, you all. That's right.
Yeah, Yulla, and y'all. There we go. We're closer. We're closer than we think. That is absolutely hilarious. Well, you know what? Let's like cut for a whole second. We're talking about music, and we're talking about playing music. And I've missed live music. I've missed hearing people. I miss it so much. And that is why I do this show every week, because I just want to hear people play. That's all I care about. So let's do a writer's round. Are you guys keen to play some live music? Should we do this?
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
good.
Amazing. Cool. So I'm going to explain what a writer's round is for anyone watching out there that does not know what a writer's round is. So, and Justin, you're welcome to hop in and tell me where I'm wrong, but you just hop in if I'm wrong. Okay. So New York, LA, wherever else, you'll mainly get like open mic. People will sign up and do their song or their set, whatever the venue is all about, and they'll hop off stage. In Nashville, Tennessee, in every single bar, down every single street, and every single hour, there is a writer's round. And a writer's round is 3 or 4 guys or girls, all plugged in with their acoustic guitars, or there's sometimes a piano, which is really awesome. They're all mic'd up, and they each sing an original song in turn for a whole hour. And when that hour's up, they get off and the next guys get on. And there's a whole lot of talking because we're musicians and we talk way too much. And they tell their stories and they sing original music, and sometimes there's a band and all that. But that is what a writer's round is. And since going to Nashville, my first visit was a couple years ago, and I fell in love with this concept, brought it back home. We have not been able to do one this year because of #coronavirus, but that's why we're here at the Music Cafe, because we get to have a writer's round here. So, Justin, you know the drill. I'm going to get you to go first. You know, you can tell your story, do your thing. Then I'm going to get Tiffany to go after Justin, then Wolfgang, and then me. We'll do like a zigzag across the screen. So I'll end off the round. So Justin, you kick us off.
Let me get my guitar.
Okay. We'll wait here. How you guys doing? You good? You good? Fantastic. Cool. Yeah. Amazing. It's okay. We're just gonna waste time. No, great. Well, this is very exciting. So Bernard's not gonna play a drum solo.
Are you gonna beatbox?
Unfortunately not. Beatbox.
I can toast beatbox. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is gonna change your life. Are you ready for it? Okay. Bootsie gotcha, bootsie gotcha, bootsie gotcha. Bra, bra. There we go.
Amazing.
Boots and cats.
Sounds like the intro to Michael Jackson.
Justin, please take over. I'm gonna talk rubbish.
Boots and cats is what I heard. So I was like, whoa, that's cool. I can do 16th notes. Muffin chicken, muffin chicken, muffin chicken, muffin chicken, muffin chicken.
Whoa, muffin chicken. That's awesome. Wow, I'm gonna use that one next time.
When I don't want to cuss, sometimes I throw random foods out that just sound awful together, but just sound great flowing. So yeah, just FYI.
So great. So great. Oh my gosh.
All right. So you've already heard where this song came from. I wrote my buddy Troy Castellano, and we're pretty proud of it. It's to this day one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Probably my favorite song, actually. I have a few that are in the running, but Dadgum with a capital D, lowercase Dadgum. This is probably it. So without further ado, this is I Wanna for y'all, or Yella, or Yellow, whatever y'all say.
That was so good, Yella. That was so good.
Yella?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, Yella. Oh my gosh.
Just making sure. I wanna take you to the top of the old town water tower. I wanna write our names where everyone can see. I wanna walk you to that old iron bridge where I used to catch the biggest fish. Maybe you and I could take a little midnight dip. I wanna take you by the hand, show you places you thought you'd never see. I wanna ask you for a dance, try the voice match, sure with me. If it makes you smile, makes you laugh, let's take it slow. Make it last if it's something you think that you know that you're gonna love. Baby, I wanna pull you in close, my hands on your hips while you're right here. Wanna let you in on a little secret, whisper in your ear. I wanna show you what it is when we lock lips and I steal a kiss. Break down your walls, make you fall, willing to risk it all. I wanna take you by the hand, show you places you thought you'd never see. I wanna ask you for a dance, try the voice match, sure with me. If it makes you smile, makes you laugh, let's take it slow. Make it last if it's something you think that you know that you're gonna love. Baby, I wanna, I wanna tell you that you're beautiful in more ways than the obvious. Wanna say it aloud to the biggest crowd, sold out audience. I wanna get down on one knee, look you in the eye with your hand in mine. I wanna pop the question, no second guessing. Girl, this time if I make you smile, make you laugh, I promise you our love will last. If it's something you think that you know that you're gonna love. Baby, I wanna, I won't take you out, take you by the hand. Girl, I just wanna be your man. Ooh, if it's something you think that you know that you're gonna love, baby, I wanna. Whew. Yes! Yes!
Oh my gosh.
Very
I was just,
cool.
Thank
I
you.
wanna take you. Oh my gosh, what a great song.
I know, right? How could a girl say no to that? No, I'm kidding.
You can't. Like, I literally, my mom just messaged me. She's like, where can I download his music? Where can I download his music? My mom, where can we download that song? Tell us right now, Justin. Where can we find you? Under what name? Everything.
All the platforms, because if you put in, sadly enough, there was an R&B artist already who stole my name. His name is Justin Love on YouTube, so fret not. All my social media platforms, it's Justin Love, the word music. If you just add the word music, I should come up. So yeah, that's where it's at. Spotify.
Mom, it's Justin Love Music. Mom, yeah. Justin Love Music. That is.
And if she wants to find it all the more specific, she goes, I want a Justin Love Music, which sounds really weird, but it's factful.
I love that. I think you also wrote a song. Did you write it with Danny? It was called Just in Love. It was called Just in Love. Am I right?
I did. That almost was picked as the single. I let my producer, I sent him 6 songs, and he picked this one that I wrote with Craig Lackey and John Cirillo, but that one came in close second.
Wow. And Craig Lackey, great songwriter as well. Love writing with Craig. Absolutely amazing. What a killer song. I'm like pumped up for this week. Yeah. Woo! Okay. Tiffany, you're next. Go.
Wow. Okay, so I am not doing a original. I didn't know, but yeah, I can't play I'm not good enough to play my song by myself. So I did this thing on my Instagram a little while ago where I do like 1-minute covers. So I found out today that Blinding Lights won Music Video of the Year. So I'm going to do a stripped down version of Blinding Lights. Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Here we go. I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around and Sin City's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust.
Sorry, my mic was off. Oh my gosh, beautiful. I was saying harmonies. I flippin' love that song. I love that song so much. Oh my gosh. And isn't her voice just beautiful? Oh.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh man. And such a great song. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for the single to come out. Again, where can people find the single coming out hopefully in a month's time or so, and under what name, everything?
Yes. Okay. So also, someone also stole my name. So Tiffany Tate SA, and on all platforms. And then the song will be out on YouTube, and then also Apple Music, Deezer, Google Play, all of those, everything. Yes.
Awesome. I cannot wait. Everybody keep an eye out for Tiffany Tate. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Wolfgang, and then Bernard's gonna do a drum solo. So Wolfgang, Bernard, it's all you. Let's hear this.
Alright, so the song is called Strange Beasts. It's our attempt at a love song, which became heavily about food, and so it's about our relationship and how we're just the right kind of freaks to only be able to love each other.
Relationships basically just become centered around what are we having for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody loves romance and food. Eat, pray, love, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
We know some lovely ladies here in Joburg, so when you come visit, you're going to have a full dance card.
Yes. Come on, Justin.
Right.
When I stop calling, stop coming around, I stop giving you them pretty words to fit your pretty mouth. Oh, well, ships sink ships, and only the bravest men are found. Oh, other men get drowned up, every bottle in this town. Oh, now you like mountains, you like war, you're like want some more. Everyone needs peace of mind, but we like it raw. Jack Sprat, lead no fat. Better matter much, cause we like it like that. We're strange beasts. Ooh, we are strange beasts. Ooh, yeah. Strange beasts. Ooh, yeah. Strange beasts. Now here comes the lonely, my timely friend. Hell, I'm making all the same mistakes again. Now here comes the choir, ooh, and the referee. They're making pretty little songs out of shame and me. But you like my monsters, you like my flow. You're like a diamond bag stepping at the snow. You're on that bad advice and I want some more. Everyone needs peace of mind, but we like it raw. Jack's black, lead no lead. Right watch it and I'm so goddamn mean. We're strange beasts. Ooh, we are strange beasts. Ooh, strange beasts. Ooh, strange beasts. Ooh.
What a great song!
That is amazing.
What a great
Right, especially that. Ooh, I can't even go as high as you. Yeah, whatever.
It's so hooky. It's so hooky. Like it's really hooky. It's really, really cool. I love it. I love it. Like I can picture like
So
20
cool.
people I can send the song to and be like, this is your song. Like they'll get this. I dig it. So I mean, is this song released? Like what's the vibe? What is the song released? Where can we get it?
Yeah, that song's on all the platforms.
Yeah, it's an old one that was on the first Wolfgang album called Bad Advice. Yeah, it's on all the platforms. I think we recorded in 2015. It's the first one Tiki did with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So when it comes to the new single and where can people download it and under what name? You know, we need to be sure of these things. Like under what name, where can they download it, everything?
Okay, so it'll be Wolfgang Marrow, Extreme Sports, the new single. And yeah, like you said, on everything, alles, everywhere.
Everywhere. Amazing, Yilla. Y'all.
Are y'all under Wolfgang Marrow on Instagram?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm actually like a visual artist. So if you go on Instagram and you check out Wolfgang Marrow, you'll see all the art. I make pictures for each song, and like I try and make lots of paintings and stuff for the crazy.
God, you like took a little video, so that's why I was making sure.
Oh,
Cool.
oh man.
Just being conniving in a cute way. Go ahead, sorry.
No.
Who's gonna intro you?
I'll intro myself.
And last but not least, I've only known her for a short amount of time. Whenever she was in, I don't have an accent. Sorry.
You tried to. You're so bad in South African accent.
Miss. Somebody else can take it over. I can let it. Alexandra May, everybody, the host of this amazing.
Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that there introduction. Y'all been amazing this evening. And this here song is. Am I doing it?
You're doing me justice, dadgum. That's awesome.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. No, well, I mean, I feel like singing about something but fun as well. So I wrote this song during lockdown with a friend of mine who lives in Nashville. Her name is Jane Buck. She plays a lot at like the listening room. Justin, I don't know if you've probably seen her around the circles. So Jane and I love writing with her. I actually did a writers round. Oh my gosh, was it on Friday night? Oh my gosh, this is me. Friday evening, Nashville time, which was 2 a.m. for me. I got up at like 12 midnight and I played this round from 1 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. That's what I did on Friday night. But anyway, so I played around with her and she's awesome. But I wrote the song with her and I had this idea of the intro and this sort of story. And she said, oh my gosh, I've got the perfect hook to go with the story. And she said, definite maybe. And I'm a sucker for an oxymoron. So, because everyone's a moron in my book. So I love a good oxymoron. And so like, this is it. So this song is called Definite Maybe. And I don't know what's going to happen to it, but we'll see what happens to it. So yeah, here we go. I know that I need somebody, oh, but not just anybody. Someone who wants to be my baby. Being around you gets me drunk, low on lonely, high on love, like a double shot of whiskey. You're a sure possibility, and I can guarantee a definite maybe. I've been told that I'm too reckless, and boy, you leave me breathless. My stupid heart is helpless. You could be a definite maybe. Something that you're giving me comes across so innocently, makes me wanna pack away my crazy. Settle down and shake me up. I can't seem to get enough of flying high on cloud nine daily. You're a sure possibility, and I can guarantee a definite maybe. I've been told that I'm too reckless, and boy, you leave me breathless. My stupid heart is helpless. You could be a definite maybe. And all my words are tangled up in knots. I wanna slow down, but darling, I can't stop. You're a definite maybe. I've been told that I'm too reckless, and boy, you leave me breathless. My stupid heart is helpless. You could be. I've been told that I'm too reckless, and boy, you leave me breathless. My stupid heart is helpless. You could be a definite maybe. You're perfect for me. You're a definite maybe. You're perfect for me. You're a definite maybe. You're perfect for me. You're a definite maybe. Yeah. Woo! Thank you. Woo!
Definitely.
Nice, that's so
Thank you.
cute.
I super love that song. It's like one of my favorite. Oh, I'm a huge fan of Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. Like Robert Plant. It sounds much better in an American accent. Robert Plant. Their duets are just killer, absolutely killer. And so my favorite song of theirs is Gone, Gone, Gone.
Yeah.
She's got the money, but I got it, honey.
Yeah! Oh my gosh, I love it. I have to tell you the story. So since you know, and I have to tell the story. I have to get it off of my chest. I've got it on my shoulders. I have to tell you. So Jane has written a couple songs for like Reba McEntire. You know, like sort of the country music. Reba is like Dolly and. Like just like incredible. So she's written a couple songs for them and all, and she plays these really cool writers rounds like at the listening room. And one evening she was doing this round, And you know those rounds when it's just killer. Justin, like everyone's on fire. Like it's that and just killer there blues, like just rock, and it's just you want to just eat it up. It's so good. So there you go. So she finishes this round, and she then gets off stage and goes eats dinner with her hubby Gary, and then this really weird dude with like this hair, sort of weird accent, walks up to her, and she like can't quite place him. Like he's got a weird accent. She can't quite place him. But she chats to him and she's like, hi, and I loved the song and your music, whatever. And she's like, oh, thanks, I'm Jane. And he goes, oh, cool, I'm Bob. Nice to meet you, Bob. And he goes off. And the next day she gets a phone call from her mate who was there watching her that evening and said, I'm so sorry. I saw you last night. I watched you. I wanted to come say hello, but I saw you were chatting to Robert Plant. So for those who don't know, Robert Plant is from Led Zeppelin, and so she was chatting. So she was chatting to Bob. So technically, I'm one person away from Bob, which technically means I'm like best friends with Bob. So Bob and I are best friends right now. So yeah, just say. So that is why I had to write this song, because I was like, that's such a flippin' cool story. So like that vibe, I just feel like Alison Krauss and Bob. So yeah, that's my story. Well, it's very sad, but we've come to sort of the end of the show, which is very sad, and I don't like saying this because I love these chats so much. But if we can just go once around the room to end off the show, I love to end off with pearls of wisdom for anyone watching that wants to get into this music in this wonderful, glorious industry called the music industry, and release music. And it's a tough world, but we do it because we love it, and we do it because we can't help but be creative and but tell stories. So do you have some advice, and also please add in there again your song that's either coming out or has come out, just so people can again go follow you. So Tiff, will you start us off, and then we'll go around the room?
Yeah, I think if I have any advice, if I can call it that, I think just never stop perfecting your craft. I think you can get quite demotivated by yourself, especially me, because I'm not in a band. I'm not like, so it's just me. And I think you always have to work on what you have, if it's a voice or piano or whatever you have, work on that. Keep making it better, keep, trying to do different things, what you can to just like make it work. So yeah, that's my advice. I think if you can do that. And then, my song Soe Verlief is coming out in October. So keep a watch out for that on Tiffany Tate SA. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Amazing. Thank you so much for playing to be part of the writers round and for speaking your truth. And it's been so great getting to know you over the last couple of months. And I'm so glad that I get to be part of just this new single coming out soon. I'm here from the beginning of the journey, which is so exciting. And thank you so much for being on the show this evening. It's been awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thank you so much. And it was so cool meeting all of you guys. I'm like such fans now. I'm going to like follow you guys, go listen. It's so cool. I love you guys.
Awesome. Oh, that's so sweet.
Thanks, Abby.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to hop to Justin Love, Mr. Love, as fame.org called him, Mr. Love. Justin, do you have any pearls of wisdom you'd like to share with people out there?
My only pearl of wisdom would be, if somebody says you can't, there's a man upstairs who says you can. So the only thing that you need to remember is confidence is key, whether it be if you want to go scrub a toilet, you scrub that toilet with confidence. The people that are here chasing this industry, you're going to find a lot of hypocrisy. Doesn't mean you have to partake in it. You're going to have a lot of rejection. It's evident. You're going to get told no. Joe Nichols got told no 30-something times. Look at him now, because eventually somebody's going to come along and they're going to like what they hear, and then they're going to turn around and someone else is going to like it, and then someone else is going to love it. And then you're going to go nonstop 90 in this industry because you never gave. So that's my pearl of wisdom. And my song right now that's out is I Wanna. Go find it on all the platforms. Justin Love Music.
So awesome. Great advice. Again, thank you so much for being on the show this afternoon for you, Justin. I love you to pieces, and I do miss being in Nashville. I miss being where you are. I miss your infectiousness and the warmth that you give out. So, but it's great to just get a bit of a taste of it here. So thank you so much for being on today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome. Oh man, you're so welcome. Well, I'm gonna hop to Wolfgang, and I know Bernard. I'm very sad we didn't get to hear a drum solo. Quite disappointed, to be
I
honest.
can play you a practice pad solo. That's all I got drumming wise. Close to me now.
Well, I'm very disappointed, but it's fine. We will find a moment when I can hear a drum solo. We'll find the moment. Don't you worry. Needn't fear. So I think we can go through all three of you because you've all got different perspectives on the industry. So when it comes to pearls of wisdom, let's go through all three of you, and then Sandy, if you want to sign off that with where we can find your new single.
Sure. Tickles?
Cool. Yeah, I think for me, it always comes down to you should just really, enjoy the art you make. I think a lot of people fall in the trap of, creating art and stuff that is popular or that is acceptable.
Sure.
But I think for us in Wolfgang, since we also have day jobs, we really kind of get the artistic freedom just to express ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that, for me, brings the most joy out of music and kind of makes me stay because I can really express myself and play parts that I really like and play to songs that I really like. So I think that's my advice. And I think, just a small, one of my professors once said it, but he said you should always master the science before you practice your art. So, yeah, I think that's my bit of wisdom.
I like that. I do like that. I love that. Low-key, Sandy.
Oh, I do. Yeah, if you guys knew me better, you wouldn't take pearls of wisdom necessarily from me. But yeah, I think it would tie up with what Tiki said. Write music that is not out there. Write the stuff that you want to listen to. I know that sounds kind of vain, but try and write stuff that's pleasurable to your ears first of all, and yeah, just don't be too hard on yourself. Have fun. I mean, that's the main reason you're doing it, I think.
Such great advice. Brilliant. Yeah, true. Sandy?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something I recently tried to explain to my students. It might work on you guys, but it didn't work on them. Don't be afraid of absolutely humiliating yourself. Embarrassment is the most beautiful human connecting moment ever. It is a thing that keeps us humble and keeps us connecting with each other. We all mostly have the same secrets and the same shame. And if you can just get through your own weird fronts, you will realize that you are not alone in anything. And your monsters are the same shape as other people's monsters. Anyway, so if you can somehow get through that and just enjoy your music and, your life. Because as a musician, you're writing about your life, So if you're not enjoying your life, you're not enjoying your music.
So true. It's so true.
Yeah, so just get really silly, make a damn fool of yourself, and people will respect you for that, apparently.
Apparently. Why not? Just do it. I love it. We've got comments going, heck yeah. So, yeah. Totally. It's my favorite time on that chip. Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. And the new single?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So bad at promoting ourselves.
I'm here for you. This is why I'm here. This is my job to do this.
People come to us after the show, we're like, we'd like to buy a CD. We're like, oh my God, have 3 for free.
Great business. That's it.
It's terrible.
Such a giving heart.
Oh my goodness, it's so bad. But anyway, we are Wolfgang Marrow. You can find us on all the social networks. We are very
the singles, Andy.
Yes.
The single.
The single, which I'm busy editing, which features all these nice young boys, and another nice boy as well, in sport outfits. will be this Saturday on all of the internet.
Yes, that was a great. That was so great. I felt it in my soul.
Guys, I'm so bad, and I do this every day with my students.
I love it. I would be your student any day. I would have a fat laugh every day. I love it. It's brilliant. No, that is so awesome. Thank you so much to all of you for your pearls of wisdom and for sharing your hearts and your souls here tonight/afternoon, Justin. You guys have all been amazing. I love all of your music, all of y'all's music. I had to do it again. I got it. Oh wait, all of Yella's music, but that doesn't quite work. That doesn't work so much. All of your music, we'll stick with that for now. And all of you are great inspirations. And I'm very sorry that we did not get to hear a drum solo, but we will sometime soon. But we got to hear everyone else play some beautiful music. Everyone watching, go and download music, go and pre-save music, go and do it right now. Like Justin was saying, that it's about making an impact. And if you can find music out there that just touches your soul, that helps you get through a tough moment, like Tiffany was saying as well, that's all you need. We've got this music. This room is full of music. So people go and download this music. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I will chat to y'all soon.
Thank you so much. Do you have any pearls of wisdom for us, Miss South African? I did that the day that I met her too. Fun fact: I thought she was from Australia. I was like, "Oh Lord, I'm awful."
And then, of course,
Y'all laugh at me because I don't have a daggum accent like that.
I had to act all the fan. I was like, I am not Australian. I'm not Australian. I can't even do the accent. No, I am not. I'm South African. Please get your facts. It was hilarious. No, but God love you. God love you, Mr. Love. God love you. No, probably wasn't from me. I think like all of you've pretty much said like something just nail on the head sort of thing. Totally accurate. I would say also when I say team, but find those people around you that support you, are a foundation, are a security for you, people that you can go and vent to, that you go and speak your heart to. And then obviously in business, you want that, if you are in business with someone, you want that same relationship where you can go trust them with your business. So, and my advice would be to make sure that you do find a team that is worth gold. Go and find that team that is worth gold. Go and find those gold nuggets. That's my advice. There we go. How was that, Justin?
Absolutely brilliant.
Great.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, you guys have been awesome. I will chat to you guys soon. Have a fantastic evening and afternoon, guys.
Bye.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye. I clicked the wrong button. That's so funny. Well, guys, what a great show tonight. This has been so awesome. I've loved every second of this. Just these guys are just absolutely incredible. Tiffany Tate, please go and pre-save her song. It's coming out when it does come out. Go and pre-save her song. It comes out next month. Go and pre-save Wolfgang Marrow. Their song is going to be everywhere. It comes out next week. Go pre-save it. And Justin Love, go and download I Wanna. It's such a great song. And keep an eye out for new music coming out in the next month. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for commenting and all the questions and everything and being so involved. Yeah, this has been such a great show. But it's time to say goodbye. Very sad. But guys, you know what? Have a fantastic week ahead. Call your loved ones. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye.